Hello, and welcome to the series Learn to Read in Russian in 10 Lessons. I want to start with a question today. Look at the picture. So, what do you think this place is? This is a place where people normally go when they travel, where you would bring your girlfriend on the first date, where you would go to celebrate things. If you read it the English way, all the letters will look familiar, but the word will just make no sense. Well, this is because it's a Russian word, and in Russian there are letters which look exactly like letters in English or letters in Latin alphabet, but actually produce different sounds. And in today's lesson, we're going to look at such letters. There are 5 false friends in Russian and in English. The letters are B, H, P, X, and Y. Now, to remember those letters, you can use a mental trick. Now you can say BP stands for British Petroleum, HP stands for Hewlett-Packard, and X and Y stand for the names of the axes in the coordinate planes. Well, obviously in Russian they are not B, P, H, X and Y. So, how do they sound in Russian? What are they in Russian? Let's find out. Let's start with the letter H. In Russian, this letter is called N. N. It gives the sound N, just like English N. Look at this letter and give your brain a chance to connect a new sound to the letter that you already know. So imagine it's not H anymore, it's N. Now let's go to the letter B. Well, in Russian, it's not B, it is actually a V, or as we call it in Russian, V. V. And it gives you the V sound. Again, look at this letter and try to tie this new sound to the letter that you have known for ages. It's not B, it's V.
It's not B, it's V.
Let's move on to the letter P. Well, now it's the moment when things get a little more difficult. In Russian, it's not P, it is an R sound. Or, as you know, we Russians, we roll our R's and we say R. R. And it gives you the R sound. R. For an English speaker, it's pretty hard to produce the roll in R, but don't worry, I'm going to teach you a trick to make it. To make the roll in R, you're going to need a cotton bud. Imagine you want to make the sound D. So the tip of your tongue must get very close to the back of your front teeth. D, D. Keep making the D sound as quickly as you can. D, 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 D. Now try to open your mouth at the same time a bit wider. D, 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 D. And now take a cotton bud and try to put it on the bottom side of your tongue and make it vibrate. I think it should work. I read an article on the WikiHow. Well, actually, there is an easier way. Just try to say R. I have an American friend who speaks nearly perfect Russian, but who doesn't roll his R. You can tell he's American when he speaks, but he's perfectly understandable even without rolling his R. So I guess instead of using this stick, guys, you just try to roll your R's like R. Eventually you're gonna get there And if you can't do that for now, just say what you can. To remember the letters we have just learned, let's learn this word. Voron. Voron. It means a raven. This word has all three letters we have just learned, B, P and H, or in Russian, V, R and N. You can read this word the English way and you would get something like Bopoch. Or you put your Russian glasses on and you say Voron. Voron. This is why learning languages is very good for your brain. You train your brain plasticity. You train your brain to get out of the comfort zone, out of the patterns you are used to. Now let's practice these three letters we have just learned. I'm going to show you a picture with the words and give you a little time to try to read the word on your own. And then I will pronounce the word myself, leaving little gaps for you to repeat after me. Here is the first picture. Moskva. Moskva. This is the name of the Russian capital, in Russian, Moscow. Moskva. Now look at the picture of a Soviet hockey team. Try to read the name that's written on their t-shirts. It's an abbreviation, so you should read the names of the letters rather than the sounds they produce. The name of the country that's written on their t-shirts is SSSR. SSSR. Look at this word. Read it the English way first. Hawk. And now read it the Russian way. Nos. Nos. Here is another word for you. Vor. Vor. It means a thief. Here is another little word for you. Von. Von. Well, in Russian means something like go away or just away.
Рявкни на них.
By the way, if a word has more than one syllable in Russian, it's hard to tell where the stress go. Literally, it can go anywhere. So if you see the word for the first time, you really can't tell where the stress would go. In order to solve this problem, I will show you a little stress mark on top of the stressed vowel. Now let's look at the next word. Nosok. Nosok. It means a sock. Nosok, sock. Now look at this word. Vata. Vata. It's a cotton wool. Here is the final word of this section. Trava. Trava. It means grass. Now let's move on to the second part of today's lesson. We're going to look at two letters, X and Y. It's easy to remember them because they are the names of the axes on the coordinate plane. The letter X in Russian is ha. Ha. This is what the Russian Santa would say, ho, ho, ho. The letter Y in Russian is the only vowel of today's lesson, and it is called U. U. To remember the letters Ha and U, we're gonna use the second keyword of today's lesson, which is ucho. Ucho. Now let's practice the letters Ha and U. Again, I show you a word on the screen. You first try to read it on your own, and then I will read the word myself and leave you the gaps to repeat after me. Here is the first word. Ura. Ura. This is what the Russians say when they are really excited about something. And this is also what the Russian soldiers say when they greet their general. Now look at this word. Chaos. Chaos. Try to guess the meaning of it. Actually, it means chaos. Here is the next word. Hurma. Hurma. It means this fruit that I'm eating. Very juicy. Here is the next word. Hor. Hor. It means a choir, when many people sing at the same time. Here is the last word of today's lesson. Урок. Урок. It means a lesson. To sum it up, we have looked at 5 letters, which are false friends in English and in Russian. To remember them, you can use 2 keywords, which are voron, which means a raven, and ucho, which means an ear. And now let's go to the very first picture where I showed you a place and asked you to read the name of the place. So let's see if you can do it now. So it is a Russian word for a restaurant. Ресторан. Restoran. Here you have it, the second episode of the series Learn to Read in Russian in 10 lessons. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.